Every few weeks, the developers of Warframe Digital Extremes host a Devstream where they talk about the latest happenings in the game and also what we can expect for the future. This week they did a huge info dump on the upcoming Plains of Eidolon expansion, and I have to say it was pretty damn amazing. I'm working on a separate video where I talk about some of the detail behind that, but I wanted just to provide you with the highlights of the dev stream here. I've cut out a lot of the non-essential stuff from the beginning of the stream, and then I've left in all of the Plains of Eidolon gameplay intact, because to be honest, every single second of it is must-see stuff, and you really don't want to miss any of it. Anyway, enjoy the show, and you can expect to hear more from me very soon. Bye-bye.
One huge announcement we have for Twitch viewers, Twitch streamers, anyone who loves the Warframe life on Twitch, we are launching with Plains of Eidolon, so not now, this is just the announcement, a Twitch Drops campaign, and it is quite mighty. So what does this mean for you? Well, here is a graph. This campaign is so large it has its own graphic. So
oh my god.
There's exclusive things, there's reward tables, and all of it is triggered by Warframe streamers doing things in the Plains of Eidolon update. So there's a specific achievement of surviving a night on the plains, and if a streamer does that, all viewers get an exclusive item, which is crazy. And there's achievement triggers.
All viewers that are watching that stream?
Exactly. If you have your Twitch account linked with your Warframe account, as a viewer, you are entitled to a crazy amount of rewards as the streamers trigger these events. So achievements, specific achievements, if they finish a mission, all our Warframe.
Fancy.
This is really fancy.
It's super kick-ass. Wow. So this is the sort of infographic that summarizes. Yeah, there's a cumulative. If you watch any Warframe streamer for an hour, so anyone streaming Warframe, you'll get a Lizette decoration or a landing craft decoration. Rather.
That's cool.
And then the sigil is hooked up to the specific achievement, and then the rest is all achievement based. Don't think we should put a date for you guys, just because we don't want to say a date and then not meet it.
Really?
But we're really working toward. Well. No.
Okay.
Steve likes to do this.
We don't like to give dates.
Yeah,
we don't like to go on dates. We don't like to give dates. It's just
soon.
I think if you know Warframe's development, when we say there's no more hot fixes and we close all the doors and submerge the submarine, you know that we mean business. So obviously we're targeting this month, but it's not coming out today.
So for Warframe players, you know you love your melee, you love your cosmetics, so we're going to start by showing you a little bit of that. The first thing we're going to show is some melee combo.
Oh yeah.
So Jeff brought these to us today, which is a lovely thing. Jeff, what's happening here?
So this is a new sword stance. I think at TennoCon, I tried to commit to 6 stances for the update.
You tried to, or you did?
Yeah.
I think I did.
You can't try.
I did commit to it. We kind of underestimated how much work was going to go into the operators for their update. There's a lot of work going in there, so we're probably gonna ship 4 with the update. So this is the single sword. We showed the polearm last time. I don't know Warren's gonna be doing.
Someone's saying I want dual swords. Cry, cry, cry.
Oh, good thing they asked for that.
Because guess what?
We did not plan that at all. Here's a new dual sword.
There's a Naruto run in this, just so you're aware.
There is, yeah.
It's the best thing ever.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, this needed an update really bad. The dual swords. So
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So these are coming.
they're going to ship with the update for the Plains of Eidolon update.
Awesome.
Like the one where he slices his like arms, legs.
Yeah. These are sick. But we have a deluxe skin concept that is we do. So Jeff, you know.
Oh, you're showing this?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't believe this, and
Oh my.
it is ridiculous. So our
Sheldon is aghast.
Yeah. This is serious.
Yeah,
Is this?
this is the Kamiki Bros,
Bros,
who
yeah,
are
great.
concept artists who work for us.
Any
work with
guesses
us.
in chat who it is? We haven't said who yet.
It's
which
there.
is-
It's there.
Oh, damn
It's
it.
right in the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, so an Octavia Deluxe.
It is Octavia Deluxe.
Great.
So that was
that one
about focus. So that's something that we really want to talk about today. And that is sort of the expectation we set of many streams ago about what focus is. If you are new to Warframe, this is a bit of a spoiler. So
It's a deeper.
it's a deeper system in the game that our players have been giving us feedback on for a long time about sort of, what are you doing with it? What are your plans? And that clip sort of acknowledged the state then. And today we even have a little infographic that we worked on to give you guys what you need to know about the coming rework. So this is something that we're going to talk about with some gameplay. This is just to prepare you as the audience to just sort of know what you need to know, which is when this happens, and it is happening with the Plains of Eidolon,
Yes.
Yep.
all your points you've earned will be refunded
Pray
for
for
a
us.
respec. Yes. So
That's cool.
yes.
That number 1 is a great.
Yes, so that's
great.
really important for you to know. If you're one of those players that has 14 million points per school, you're getting all those back.
Yep. Yep.
Second thing is the sledgehammer that we just showed a clip of How heavy is it, would you say?
It's a good one.
So it's coming.
It's a start over.
More focused on the physical operator! Exclamation point. What does that mean? What does that mean?
So basically, if you're really far into Warframe, you'll know that there's the kind of the ghost operator that we have, and then there's the actual physical operator, which you learn to use with War Within.
Right.
And then coming into Eidolon, we're going to have the combat operator, which is where we take the emo kid and turn him into the warrior
fighter.
Yeah. So that's what number 3 sort of speaks to.
Yeah, so previously the focus was basically all geared towards the ghost version of the operator, so it was all kind of hinged on that. There'll be a small section of that, of the focus system that is geared towards that, because there's a very small window of time between Second Dream and War Within. So then the rest of the tree unlocks, which is basically, which focuses on all the physical operators and combat operators' abilities.
So it's kind of as it is now between those two sections?
It is not. It's completely redone.
Oh,
There's none of the old remains.
Yes.
Respec time.
Yeah, it's respec time. And I think one of the most important questions, and this is just if you're a player that's invested a lot in, and we have the stats for this, so if you have been playing, you're probably on the, if you've been really optimizing your gameplay, you're focused on Shadow Step, Naramon, and Zenuric energy gain. And those are sort of the two outlier, everyone focuses on building around those.
Yeah. So this is more geared towards making your operator more combat effective and more in a particular role when you're out using the combat operator in actual combat. So this is what it's more focused on.
Yeah.
So it's basically taking those base abilities and giving them a twist that basically pushes them towards a type of role that you want to play when you're fighting on the plains.
And like I am a regular Naramon Shadow Step user, so for me, I'm wondering, you know, what happens to my Shadow Step and all that. And that I think we'll talk about in a dev workshop. But it is gone as of this time. So it's been rebalanced from the ground up. So that's something that is coming.
Yep.
So lens system isn't changing. You're still putting your lenses on your gear to get your focus points. That's all. That stuff isn't changing.
That stuff remains. The UI remains, and the idea of putting focus into each ability to improve it and gaining capacity. All that stuff. All the core of it remains. All the nodes and what they do is what's changing.
Yep. And the actual application of that when you're playing as the operator is completely different. So it's. And you'll see that a little bit today.
It's more geared, like I said, it's more geared to actual physical operator and less geared towards augmenting your Warframe with new passives and abilities. It's more to make your operator less squishy and more combat effective in a particular role, depending on which school you choose.
Yep. We did a Tenno-Gen round in which we asked people to submit spooky-themed Tenno-Gen.
Yes.
And we haven't announced the winners yet.
Okay.
So we're going to show them now.
Okay.
All right, so we have first all for the alt helmet. This is a, as you can see, a limbo alt helmet.
Nice.
So it's pretty grand. I can't decide if I want to use the controller or keyboard, but so there will be a thread up after the stream with all the artists, and of course there's Nezha. There's a pretty spooky Mesa skin.
Little mummy action.
Yeah, the bandages.
Very Inaros.
Very Inaros looking, super sick. Atlas looking pretty terrifying.
It's a pumpkin. Actually,
Yeah,
that's got a pumpkin.
Jack-o'-lantern inspired.
Jacko Atlas.
Evil pumpkin robot. Yeah, I like it.
It's pretty sick. And we got Titania, looking a little
Like the fly.
demonesques. Then we have
Poison ivy.
a horned frost helmet, which is
The frost helmet looks like that's the mouth.
yeah, like it's like an eel.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's great.
A little creepy.
And then we have a toothy banshee helmet with some horns.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
Let me get up there a little bit to show you guys. So banshee players, get ready.
Okay, nice.
We got a sort of, that's a pretty sick Valkyr helmet with a little bit of ponytail action.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then
From the side.
this is like an emo Valkyr one with some ripped cloth. We got-
That mesh worked out really nice.
Yeah,
That
gorgeous.
is, that's the one I saw.
pretty sweet.
That knocked me out. Yeah.
And then we got some limbo action.
That's great.
It's like steampunk infested. I don't really know.
It's sort of creepy funny at the same time.
Yeah.
Love it.
With a blade, it has like Odd Job meets
He looks like he's
steampunk.
got a sad face on the one side.
What I want to show now is some of the glass frame. So
Right.
Oh.
so
Okay, that's cool.
we're gonna go into capture. This is my color scheme if you guys want. So last stream, Steve was like, you guys should make the glass tintable, and Jeremy did it during the stream. So
great.
now we can actually show that.
Good
So-
job, Jeremy.
So
Just FYI, all the stats and all the balancing of this hasn't been done yet. It's more just getting functionality working. So You see your armor and your health hasn't been really touched yet.
Disregard that. But we're gonna.
It's not yet.
That's cool. Okay.
So the helmet.
So the alt helmet is now the default. So this is an alt helmet that you guys might not have seen before, but
interesting.
some of you may have seen.
That's the default now.
So this was the default that you guys would have seen before.
The
but,
samurai will look at one. I love that one.
Yeah. So this is now
That
the
one's
This
cool
one
too, though.
was more samurai.
I like that.
Really?
I think it's a good change.
So we have changed how the default helmet looks.
Great. Okay. I'm liking this.
Yeah. So this
Can you
is
do some random colors?
random colors.
I want some glass tints here.
Oh,
Random's on
that's-
our friend right now.
Random's not giving us any love.
You don't like that?
It's a little too.
Subtle.
Yeah,
Too
subtle on
subtle.
the
Jeremy,
glass.
it's too subtle.
That's not
glass.
subtle.
On the glass.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glass is too subtle.
Well, you gotta scroll around.
You know what? That purple looks like the figures I used to have as a kid, like my 80s.
Yeah, this is totally-
He-Man figure.
Oh, yeah.
Had
Awesome.
purple?
Yeah, I had purple stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Purple He-Man.
So these are the. Do you want me to go deep?
This is looking really nice.
really
really
like it.
polished. I'm really excited about this.
We can cast the powers.
The
and
visuals
talk
are
about them.
amazing, and
The sound is.
the design is
sound.
quite terrible, but the sound is amazing.
These are her idols.
Her idols aren't hooked up yet.
Her idols aren't.
No, so this is Mesa's idols, which a lot of players are quite fond of.
But
Myself.
I think they
Yeah,
rebooted the sound on this Warframe.
They did.
Just redid it. And it's
The
just
sound design is
so cool.
So we're going to
now.
cast the powers to get some of that sound design today. The first power, we'll just show them, and you can talk a bit about them as I show them, if you want. Or so, power numero uno.
Is just a single target kind of shank. Actually, it's not a single target. It's focused down the stream, so you can get multiple targets and kind of impale them.
So that looks.
So it's a little poke.
It's like a giant glass sword.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now you're selling me on it. Yeah.
So it basically.
We're working on making this more viewable from the third person.
The third person.
Yeah. It looks really good from
really
this
cool.
this angle.
Yeah.
It suffers a bit because it's kind of behind the frame.
Yeah.
I can see like cool refraction stuff now.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah, so you can kind of, and you can hold on to it to keep them impaled. So this is
It keeps them impaled and also increases the distance in which you can impale them. So.
exactly.
Can they hear it, Dean? Can they hear
Yeah,
this?
so chat, if you can give us
The light on the glass there looks pretty awesome.
yeah, it's
No kidding.
Secondary light bouncing off
it's
it?
ridiculous how good this is. So that's the first power. The second one is so this is sound design. I'm gonna shut up so you guys can just hear it. You'll notice all her glass pieces are gone, and now they're back.
So this is
What is this?
This is like a damage around you, but the cool thing is you could also cast this on an ally, or you can cast it on an enemy. So if there's a group of enemies coming at you, you can kind of cast it on them and let them self-damage, or you can cast it on yourself if you're going really heavy melee. So targeted versus untargeted, you get basically an AoE damage volume around you.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the sound again, great job on the sound team effects. Everything here is just
Everything's looking really cool. This is awesome.
beautiful. And then the third power, which
Beautiful.
is I don't know if it's final yet, but basically you can place these.
Yes. So it's my terrible naming is that it's fragmented reality. So the idea is it's basically mirrors that show the enemies. So it's a CC ability that you can place around the environment, and the AI will attack them. And as they attack them and smash it, they will be doing damage to themselves. So each mirror smashes and then does damage to the attacker until enough of the mirrors have been destroyed, and then it collapses in on itself, doing a final area of effect damage.
And then last,
It's a metaphor for vanity.
we wanted you to take a look at what Fashion Frame has turned you into, and then the
So
This was looking broken earlier today, though. That's fixed
Yeah.
up.
Oh, for
The fourth?
Okay, let's try it.
so I'm gonna press 4. Are you
Everyone,
ready?
That looks
Cross your fingers,
amazing.
cross your
Everyone,
fingers.
Actually, I'm already. Okay, that's not quite
That's
there.
10. That's 10.
but
Oh, yeah, the final mesh is in there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
So the growth. So the idea is here is like it's a molten glass expanding. It's a toggle cast, so you can basically decide how big you want this ring. The ring basically, as it's expanding out, any AI that travels across it will be covered in molten glass. So they'll slow over time until they're totally frozen, and then when you toggle it off, you basically get a and then it synergizes with the shank ability, so you can smash it in a direction and kind of do damage to a group of enemies.
Synergy.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So
Like in
it's
the
basically
other
it's a bit of damage buff mixed with a frost bubble almost a bit. So it's
Yay.
taking like kind of Nova's ability and Frost and kind of combining them together.
So another thing I'm going to show you real quick is an update on a Deluxe Skin. So here we have Mag Deluxe, who's looking. This is a full Deluxe set too.
This turned out amazing.
There's a signed Dana there, so you can see some claw physics. And this is the Deluxe Tonfa skin, so it's a melee Deluxe Skin for melee weapons. And amazing job by the art team here. It's very like mag being the magnetic metallic frame. You can sort of imagine why the metal would be as pronounced as it is. Yeah, she's looking good. Take a look at Cetus and the Plains of Eidolon.
Okay, all right.
Deep breath, guys. Here we go.
You'll notice my ship is no longer lime green because someone logged into my account and changed its colors. Gene.
Appreciate that.
I know. I thought you guys would appreciate that. Anyway, so here we are.
Okay, fantastic.
In the Plains. So this is if you guys want to talk a little bit about, I think people are pretty familiar at this point with this particular spot. Our wall of flesh is gone today, but perhaps it'll make a return.
It's because you skipped cinematic. No, it's not.
It actually might be.
Yeah.
It actually might be. It's hidden in less than plays.
So Cetus, the Plains of Eidolon. What is this colony and how you as a player are going to contribute to their success? So there's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to someone we met during TennoCon, which is Konzu, and talk a little bit about standing in Cetus and what that means.
You're going to go Konzu first?
Is there anywhere else you'd like me to go?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Isn't there other cool stuff
There is.
to show?
Yeah, let's take a look actually.
Okay.
Have I
So these characters are getting a ton of writing, custom voicing, custom animation. So it's not in this build yet, but each of them have their own kind of kooky, interesting personalities.
Custom bird deaths.
Custom bird deaths. A lot of effort gone in there.
So here's a question. So this is somewhere where you can get some never-before cosmetics for your pet. Does his manifest change regularly as he has times left to trade? Is that something that we're working on? Is there going to be or is that just placeholder?
There's since you see PH, that's usually placeholder.
Got it. Just make the players are going to ask, so I'm just
absolutely
doing that on behalf of the peeps.
That might even be a female before we ship, but yeah.
Right.
But you've got Hawk in there. Did you skip him as well?
Hawk's Anvil?
Yeah.
I can go hang out with him. Oops. So I know my fishmonger got moved, so he's...
Yeah, we shuffled the market yesterday.
I know, you guys screwed me up.
Just to keep you on your toes.
Well, they were all in the same spot, so...
So here's Hawk.
Yep.
It's been a while since we visited him. You can see his blade collection has grown steadily since our last stream. I don't know if I have any parts, but... So I won't go in, but...
You have no parts?
I don't think so today. I recloned my account, so I lost my stuff.
What other services does he have?
Is there anything I should take a look at, Steve?
I thought you were going to take a look at all of it.
Yeah.
No parts.
No parts. What's a Zaw?
Zaw is the name for an Ostrom weapon. Yep.
Awesome.
Let's see if it breaks.
Maybe I do. Yeah, so I don't have a strike. I don't have a grip. I can give myself some, but
Can you browse his wares to see if you have something that
perhaps
might help you?
perhaps I could. What does he have? Aha! Okay, so we are in the...
Blueprints for
Right.
stuff.
So you'll see if you are a Warframe player that is a part of any syndicate at this time, so any of the 6 syndicates available on your landing craft, or even the Conclave Syndicate, or the Cephalon Samaris Syndicate, you're very familiar with this screen. So this is the way that Cetus is going to function. You're going to have it standing within the syndicate to earn, buy, and contribute to their cause. You'll know that they are a tight-knit band of merchants, hucksters, survivors. The Australians call Cetus their home. The town was built around an Oracle tower that both protects them and nourishes them.
All right. That wasn't as placeholder as I expected.
No. So, thanks, guys. So, yes. So these are ways for me to get parts, which I don't have any standing yet because I haven't helped them out enough, I guess.
So again, we're looking to create. The idea is that the town are going to help the Ostrons out, and in exchange, the Ostrons are going to share the way that they built weapons, and they're going to share other sort of interesting and unique artifacts of their culture with you. Is another example. Does this work?
Yeah. You got called over.
That merchant's completely changing.
Yeah. So the Ostrons would revere Warframes as sort of mythical, I suppose, right? And they're using them as...
Definitely.
Culturally, what's the significance of a Warframe mask, and how does that fit in for the Ostron?
That's a good children's toy, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of interesting resources and new systems for the Plains, which is why it's going to be a very ambitious update on top of all the other kind of open landscape things.
Great. So here we have our familiar friend. So you'll see that he might be a bit of a quest giver.
How would you end up getting this friend?
I wouldn't do that now. But this is the tiers, and you'll notice there's no negative standing either, which is completely intentional. So it's not like you can do things to piss them off and then they'll chase you out of the town. Although that would be hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
That's right.
Yeah. But what you're looking at here are the ways in which you can be regarded and earn standing with the Cetus faction.
That's cool. Stuff to do.
Yep.
Indeed. So now we're going to go out into the...
We're gonna go outside.
Yeah, we're going to go outside.
Okay.
If we had the new...
Are you told not to do the jobs from him?
Yeah, not right now. I mean, we can take a look at... Oh, yeah. So jobs.
Yep.
Tom just heart skip a beat.
No. So basically, there's... So I know, the names for these are placeholders.
Wow, the puns are flying. Those are obviously placeholder.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they scale by level, so you can pick jobs where the enemy level will reflect what you're interested in. So on the end here, you can go up to, again, this will all be tweaked possibly before launch. So nothing is final, as always, dev build, I think it says right there.
Yes. A lot of this is placeholder. A lot of the rewards
Yes.
are placeholder.
Yes.
It's just getting it working, getting it populated, and making sure it's actually all functioning. And then we do a pass to make sure that it's giving you the appropriate stuff.
What's really interesting is this Warframe's never worked this way before, which is usually you click on a node from your spaceship, and you go and play and then return to your spaceship. And so what we're trying to do is take a step towards more continuity, which is go in, offer the Ostron's help, get a job, go out in the plains, solve some problem for them, and return. So this is kind of a big, really interesting difference with the Plains of Eidolon update. And this is part of it.
And
a big part of it.
Yeah, earlier this week I was recording what I learned to be in Eidolon alerts, which is something I wanted to showcase today. If I take a job, the alerts don't line up right now. So what I'm going to show is...
Sure, and I just want to add, I'm watching chat react, sorry, Rebecca, but, one thing you got to keep in mind is that Cetus is going to be very early in the game, because I know a lot of people are interested in this content, judging from the incredible reaction we had to our TennoCon reveal. So high-level players are obviously not going to be interested in large credit rewards and things like that. So there are going to be jobs more suited for players that are very experienced. Yep. But we also want Konzu to give jobs to players that maybe have only locked 3 or 4 nodes. So just keep that in mind when you see this content. Really, the Night Hunt, if you're a very veteran player, the Night Hunt is going to be more for you. And the jobs and the Grineer camps are going to be for a wider range of players.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what else did he have? Did he have anything else?
Well, there's the quest, which we're not going to do. The standing we already showed.
Oh, okay, yes,
Yeah.
great.
And then the job board, of course.
Yep. So we also have a prospector
Yes.
in the town.
You guys are going to love... Yeah.
Do you know where he is?
I don't.
Okay.
He moved.
Yeah, go back.
Okay, you tell me where to go, left or right?
Right. At the junction.
Right at the junction. And sorry, I had the music off because I was recording demo earlier. So the music's back now. Sorry, George.
Yep.
Follow
So
it around.
we have a prospector who, so the kind of history of the Eidolon Plains, the Eidolons, are this story of this dead sentient. And of course, his energy and kind of that battle has created special kind of, that's affected the minerals and the deposits in that area. And so the prospector, of course, is very interested in encouraging you to go out there and mine for these kind of strange objects that are kind of embedded in the stones as a result of this crazy kind of battle that happened a long time ago. So not only are we bringing spearfishing into Warframe, which is hilarious and awesome, we got dancing, so now we got fishing. We are also bringing a bit of mining and prospecting in there.
Yes.
And how that affects the game as a whole is going to be very interesting, because it's forcing us to rework the arcane system in Warframe.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm going out.
So we are definitely, I think, if you're reading this, you're concerned about focus reworks, or you're concerned about arcane reworks. This is the essence of Warframe, which is every now and then we reinvent some aspect of it, and this is Plains of Eidolon is really a big expression of that kind of dissatisfaction with the status quo. So we really are going to be changing a lot of things here.
Process. Do you want me to kill birds or not, Sheldon?
Okay,
Kill some birds.
No, not.
What's your address? Make sure you include your password in that.
No, message your Twitch page with your
Add your Carfax credentials.
I want to know your Equifax score.
Equifax score. Yeah.
No, I'm approaching this now. I haven't taken a job. I'm actually just going out to play, and I'm just going to play. So you guys can tell me.
Can you just kind of like soak it in for a second, though?
Soak it in.
Like sometimes you're kind of all business.
You mean soak it in with blood? Soak it with blood?
So pop.
Unless you see a bird.
He bailed out.
He knew my sniper.
Flew into the sun.
Icarus, the Grineer. It's a Grineer legend.
So this is, what did we say this was? About 9 square kilometers of landscape for you to explore. There are hidden caves. There are Grineer camps. There's a discovery system. When you find a location, an important location for the first time, it's unlocked in your map permanently. You'll be able to ask the denizens of Cetus to get markers that you can go and permanently place locations, a favorite fishing spot or a favorite meeting spot for your squad members out here. The density of foliage and objects, we've never attempted this in Warframe before. This version of Warframe is going to be the fastest running version of Warframe that we've ever created. The most optimization work has gone into this update that affects not only the Plains of Eidolon, but the whole thing. We have hierarchical LODs, we have imposter systems, we have terrain LODs. There's so much work that the artists and the programmers have put into rendering a kind of a vastly larger gameplay space, and we want you to spend a ton of time in here from day to night, and that's why there's a real-time day-night cycle in here as well.
And
so you're gonna mine?
I am. So you guys saw fishing at TennoCon.
Yeah.
Another game that's been added and kind of quickly sort of changed yesterday, so I'm not the best at it, so be prepared to laugh at me, because my fish at TennoCon 1 and done was an outlier. The mining system is real, and it is hilarious. It is probably the most, it's gonna be.
So the mining system, there's a new class of arcanes that we're introducing with Plains of Eidolon, and so in Warframe you use the type of resources that you either touch or you smash or you open a crate for. Oh, that's actually a really hard one. Oh my god, that's the hardest one I've ever seen. But there's a new form of arcane systems that work with some of the new combat Tenno aspects that we are adding with Plains of Eidolon for the night hunt. And some of those you will need, I think right now we're calling them Eidolon gems. But again, you can trade for them if you're not into fishing, or you're more into fishing than you are into mining. You'll be able to. There's more interesting kind of gameplay systems for this kind of higher end resource extraction system.
So the way the game works is you have to remember the pattern and trace it, because once you start shooting, the pattern goes away.
This is really hard. This one is really hard.
This one's ridiculously hard. But
Did I do it?
You might have.
86%.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Keep cutting. Keep cutting.
Totally, you got it.
Yeah. There you go.
No worries.
I got it, common or A. So you can see that I extracted it, and I left my mark on the world.
Yeah. Yep.
So I did it.
Yep.
Okay, so I got one. So I can also see through my scanner on the mini-map, there's 5 more resources in range. So if I wanted to get some of these gems and try and increase my skills, which is a fruitless endeavor for me, I'd have to find them here and carve them out. So I'm looking.
Which you can use, the mining tool has basically a codex scanner kind of tool to locate them.
So throughout the demo, you're probably going to see me go up and try and do my hand some of those, because I'm trying to get a lot better at it. And currently,
that is basically the second one you've ever done, isn't it? And that's the hardest one I've ever seen. Usually they're just kind of like a circle.
Yeah. So
You did it already.
I did it though. It's not like it's
that was great.
Possible.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's not meant to be that hard.
Yes, right now I'm using a controller.
Yep, absolutely.
And I'm gonna.
It's meant to be controller.
So we slow down, Rebecca.
Oh, this is interesting. Sniper rifles are useful. Yay!
Oh, nice.
This poor guy.
Where'd you go? Is he over here?
Shot went over here.
The head.
Right in the head. So. Oh, okay. Oh, sniper battle.
Get your aim glide going.
Dead. So I'm having. Oh, shiny birds. Oh, God.
Come on.
No, I can't.
You can't do it?
It's hard. They move
thing,
fast. Someone increased the speed of them to.
That's true. They were a little bit easy.
They wanted.
I want to collect stats on how many birds died.
So this is another different color mining area. So seeing this, I can go in. Aha! Okay. Oh God!
Oh, no mining for you.
Don't do it while there's combat.
I know. So I can't hear the music right now, but I would know that combat. Oh God! So this is bad for me because once those flares go off, oh, I'm in mining mode. Reinforcements come. So right now I'm looking to just survive this encounter.
And Grenier have added things to their arsenal to call in more people and air support if required. So when you see the different colored flares go up, you will actually be able to understand what's about to happen and what's coming, so you can kind of prepare.
So I have my silence on, which is probably making George really upset. So I'll stop using Banshee's silence because I just realized as a gameplay it's great, but in demo mode you guys can't hear what I'm doing. So I'll stop using that, as Dean reminds me. Okay, get out of here. But here we go. Oh God, rollers. So rollers haven't become any less. So right now you'll see what I was talking about with the alerts. So there is the Lotus probably came in and said, hey, if you go to the waypoint, you can activate this dynamic mission, which is a liberation mission, which expires in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So.
And you can destroy that dropship. I think people were asking if you could have, and you definitely can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So pretty fun to try and kill them before they land.
Yep.
So because it's a bit far away, I am going to call my Archwing down, just to get on over there.
So the Archwing movement has been reworked for atmospheric flight. And you're out of it now.
Sorry,
So
I'll go back in.
We'll show that at the video.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. Focus on the mission. I like it.
Yeah. Don't die, Rebecca.
Are you in God mode?
No, I'm not in God mode. Yes, I'm in God mode.
No, you're not.
I don't know.
Are you? Seriously?
Actually, you know what? I'm not sure.
Oh, that was a shot.
You captured the location.
You capture the location, do not let them retake it. So this is a dynamic mission type. There's a low enemy present. Oh, something is blasting into.
Okay.
Oh God.
So
Okay.
that's reinforcement.
Yeah, kill that roller.
That roller. You almost got it.
Hold on. Rollers miss. Okay, they're coming in though. Oh God.
Oh, the nice. The orbital pod.
Are you kidding? Oh.
Orbital pod means serious when you're coming down.
Okay. Orbital pods. Thank you, Syndicate. I need a friend. If this was a co-op game, I would have someone helping me. Okay, mid-enemy presence. That's all right. I haven't used my ult yet, and I don't know if I will. Oh God. Oh. So maybe I'll go to the air.
So people comment to the level as you go deeper into the plains, bring your level up. So if you want a harder challenge and you want harder things to do, go deeper into the plains to get harder.
I don't have my combat Archwing. This was a mistake.
It's still summonable, isn't it?
Yeah, but oh my God. Thank you, Syndicate Brock. If I had silence on, that guy's having a bad day.
You know, what's really interesting is to see you use all of those Warframe powers that you've had for quite a while, but in this kind of crazy context. What'd you do? You're maybe 100 meters from the gate, and there's a small camp, there's all this reinforcements.
Oh God.
There's so much to do here, and it feels so different when you're in the context of a very, much more open landscape. This feels so fresh for me.
Yeah, it honestly is. Like, I'm kind of addicted to it. Right now, the spawns are quite. Oh, high enemy presence. Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of ships coming in.
Yep.
So currently this is balanced for four players.
For not
playing solo right now, we haven't pared down the enemy counts. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yep. Tom's watching this and drinking his beer.
No, don't worry, Tom.
He's laughing at you.
Honestly, so here for me as a Warframe player for a long time,
Yep.
I just am in a state of total joy when it's like I can go explore the plains and I can choose to, and I chose to do this liberation mission. Lotus came on and she was like, hey, if you want to go do this, go to the waypoint. And I'm like, I think I will do that. Yeah. And here we are. It's hard because, you know.
30 seconds left, I think. 37 seconds left.
Exactly. So. All right. Oh, come on. Another ship? Oh, God.
This is going to make the last 15
seconds.
Come on.
I can do it.
Come on, more damage. More dots.
More dots.
More dots.
More dots.
All right.
I don't feel like that effect needs to be updated.
I know, it shouldn't be metal ship on Earth. All right, so we did it. So I did the alert.
Yeah, it hasn't been updated.
Oh, clear remaining enemies. Lotus, come on. How hard do?
She's demanding.
How hard are you gonna make me work, girl?
Yeah.
I have it on really low sensitivity, so that is.
I think you're doing a great job.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, kick ass.
Oh. Get out of here, baddies. Okay, so now it's serious. I've cleared enough enemies that I have the markers. That's how you know. It's playing, he's tangoing with me. All right, this is the last enemy. Hiding in the bush. And his death will be. All right, so I did it. That's the last of them. This location is ours now. So I did a little alert, placeholder reward. But yeah.
So shouldn't call those alerts, by the way. But anyway.
No. No. We need some naming.
Yes, those Grenier do have different sounds. Those are we calling those the Tusk Greniers?
Yeah.
Grenier?
Yeah. So the interesting thing about that as well is she did the alert, which we're going to rename, but she also got a reward. And on that reward, we actually saved off her loadout,
all
her
our progress and everything. Yeah.
So if she had to...
Oh, that was the point where you
rewards.
I see.
You know,
so the mining that she did do got saved off.
Yep.
Great.
Oh, this looks really good.
Yeah.
So right now we're looking out into the.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God.
So the new Warframe or Archwing Controls?
Yes. So the new Archwing Controls, you're basically you're always oriented to the ground. So you're not. Well, if you're pressing forward, you're not going towards your aim. You're just going forward and backward and left and right, and you have to actually use the up and down keys to hover and lower, unless you're in the sprint. And when you're in the sprint, then you get back into the 6 degrees of freedom, and you can fly and invert.
Okay.
And then we reorient you when you start aiming and shooting back to the planes. Makes it really, really easy to engage enemies on the ground.
Yeah, totally.
And
it kind of feels like being a gunner in a helicopter or
Yes.
something, you know. So you're not where you're looking, you're not smacking into hills anymore. Jacques did a really good job at that. Yes, so awesome.
Yeah.
And so here we are. We're at this coastal base, which is another area. There could have been one of these dynamic missions that spawned here, but you can see again object density, the dynamic systems going at play. We're now maybe a half a kilometer away from that beginning from the gate of Cetus.
Oh God, I do not want him calling it. Yes. All right. Oh. So if it did get a little too heated for me, I would have been sad. But I got the drone before it called in reinforcements, which was.
I see people talking about bleedo timers. It's going to remain the same, so stay together. If you decide to break off from your squad and go off and do a thing and you get downed, well, the timer's the same. So your squad better save you, or you're going to touch revives.
Exactly. Yep. And one thing that I don't think we've shown yet, and it is a little bit work in progress, so just bear with me as I get there, but we have caves.
Oh, there's caves.
Oh, man.
So as you're exploring the Plains of Eidolon, you might find secret little entrances. Bear with this one because I think it's still coming together. But and this is this type of area where a lot of these are spawning. So I'm not sure if that's intentional that we're going to have mining be underground.
Well, the mining kind of works. It finds the rock material and spawns things. So if you're in a cave. There's a lot of rock material.
So it's sort of naturally affording.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Affording that. So.
Gotcha.
So maybe a little bit safer. You won't get smacked by rollers the whole time.
So
But if Brendan's watching, I think this looks a little too much.
nerf it, Brendan.
Hey, Brendan.
So Lotus is giving me another random alert just in the time I was waiting.
Yep.
I'm going to do a dev hack here because you guys have seen a lot of day, and I think we want to.
Are you going to hack us down tonight?
I'm going to hack us in tonight.
And so these caves haven't gotten a lighting pass yet,
No.
and a final pass on art yet. So just keep that in mind. That's all coming very quickly, very soon.
But yes, so now that I've oh dear. So I've hacked it to be night, and there is something glowing in the distance there. Quite so.
Oh, what is that?
Oh god, sure do.
Whoa.
Oh my god. So there it is, boys and girls.
Yes. Oh my god.
So these are kind of, these islands are kind of trying to rebuild themselves. So they're really not in this, in a traditional Warframe enemy where they're out to kill you right off the bat.
Yeah, I think like kind of the conceptual idea for them is they're kind of left over from the old war
Yeah.
that happened here, and they got severely damaged during that war. And I think you'll always see a design. In the design, it'll speak to the evidence of how they were damaged in that. So this guy, you'll notice he has a tree arm.
Yes.
He lost his arm in the war, and that's kind of making the energy that kind of gives him life is now kind of out of control. And
Oh god.
he's a little confused as a result, so he kind of wanders around looking for his long lost arm.
It's kind of sad. Jeff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
I don't know how much we're going to show of this, but this is kind of,
I can't do anything.
if you've been playing Warframe for years, this is really a love letter to you. This is very different gameplay. There's going to be, it feels a bit like a Monster Hunter kind of vibe, but with a Warframe take on it.
Have you done any damage to him?
No, and I can't. And this is why the focus rework launching with Plains of Eidolon is so important, and we're going to show you a little bit of what that means for you and your operator. But I'm going to flee because I know there's nothing I can do right now.
Are the vulneralists?
Yes, they are.
Right, so he's got these extra kind of spirits.
attack.
Oh god. So I'm getting just destroyed right now. I'm trying to.
I've counted 6 deaths so far.
Yeah.
That your health is reached. Oh, there's another one.
All right. So
Oh, that she would have died?
Yeah.
She wasn't vulnerable right now? No.
so I got this one, and then there's sort of their Oro, I guess you could say, quote unquote. But I know that I can't.
There's another one.
And so what I really love about this enemy is that initially, because
Oh,
he
those
doesn't
Grenier
really,
are going to get destroyed.
Yeah, they're going to get mangled.
Oh, kill him.
Oh, he's going to do
Oh, he's going for me.
No. Look up.
A lot of his attacks are not necessarily.
Yes.
direct-
Oh!
Ready. Look at this. It is time for doom.
A lot of his attacks are not necessarily directed at a single target. He's very AOE and he's very reactive to players, so you won't see him shooting his giant gun at a single target. It's more of a like, get away from me, I'm so big, I don't need to bother with you, you're like a fly. So there's lots of like swatting at you while he's trying to accomplish what his goal is. So,
Get me out of here. Send me back home to Cetus, please.
You're just, that's it, you're running.
Well,
Yep.
a lot of people want to see what the M map looks like as well.
the witch?
The bigger mini map.
Well, all right. You ready?
That's all I go by. A couple
Will that
times.
work?
It's huge.
Oh, here we go.
So
Good Lord, it's
Whoa.
huge.
yeah. So again, we talked about this earlier. This ability to mark this up and make this useful for you. So you'll discover the Grenier camps and the Grenier caves, and that will be saved to that mini map, so you can see them for future reference.
Yep.
It's a big one.
That was insane.
Yeah, and I can't damage him, so we're gonna. Oh, it's already 304. We're gonna start our AMA after, but I'm gonna show you guys something else.
And so if you can survive out here,
Oh,
you don't need to go back to Cetus. You can just
Hang out.
You can play the Grenier actually do airdrops for reinforcements. So there'll be ways for you to get other
to
ammo.
sneak some in.
Yeah, to sneak some of that in.
No, I'm gonna try and show the focus. So there is a. Do you want to show the area, sort of the hidden aspect of Cetus where you can become an operator warrior, or do you want me to just show you the end result of that?
No, I think it's fair to show it. Yep, let's do that.
All right.
I think that's great. Yep.
Okay. So
I don't think it's super. Do you think that's?
I think it's good. Yeah,
I think it's
we
fine.
should show
Right?
it. Yeah.
So again, I mean, that's really Rebecca just played kind of through, I think, what a higher end player would be doing, which is kind of going out, doing jobs. The further away you get from the Gate of Cetus, the more difficult the enemies become. The Grineer encampments have the tougher Grineer. They'll be calling down those reinforcements. They'll be higher level, of course. The rewards will be more interesting. And then at night, the crazy monster comes out.
Yep. So that's the situation.
Which really requires you to change the way you play normal Warframe. It challenges you.
If I go back to Cetus,
Yep.
which I am, going back, there's hidden areas in Cetus, and one of them is going to prepare you to fight that Eidolon, because as you can see, as a Warframe alone can't do anything, but a Warframe with
You just died.
It's a what do you guys always like to refer to it as? It's a tag team combo.
It's tag team. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yep.
finally, your operator will.
It's Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. They're just.
Really recent reference.
That's about as current as my WWF knowledge is. I'm sorry.
you should have said it's like the Sedin brothers, you know.
Because so many people will get that reference.
Yeah.
More people get the Sedin joke. And they're the Sedin sisters.
Did you go back to Cetus, or did you just?
I had to go back
reload?
to Cetus because when I did the day-night hack, it
breaks things.
It breaks.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
of course, if you had returned from the plains,
Doesn't it need to be night in Cetus?
no, it doesn't for this.
Oh.
It does not. It only requires you to have been awakened.
So I actually still haven't memorized where he is. So
over by.
I have to find him. Aha! So I found him by these marks. So we're going off the beaten path in Cetus here.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And we're gonna check out what's going on in here. Spoilers.
This part feels so Breath of the Wild that it really makes me feel happy. But but anyway, just kind of look around. Just look around before you get, like look at the objects that he's offering and stuff. Like get close. Get close. Yeah.
This looks sentient, Steve.
Yeah. The armor. Let's check out his wares on the other side there. What's he got? Cool stuff like that. What's over there? What's on the other side?
It's so Breath of the Wild that I'm in heaven.
Exactly. It's we didn't really intend that, but that's how it ended up.
So I'm not going to talk to him just because he is your Eidolon hunter.
Right.
Well, he isn't the Eidolon. You're the Eidolon hunter.
So this is kind of, without going too deep into it, we have the Ostrons themselves, which are kind of like a faction, again, with no negative standing, but you kind of earn their respect and help them out. And then they will offer you cooler and cooler, more interesting stuff. This is another one which is called the Quills. And if you're awakened in Warframe and you know about the dream, then this will be very interesting for you, and that's kind of where your hunt of the Eidolon begins.
Yeah, so I have, I can show you it out in the plains real quick, and then we'll end the stream with the prize, because we still have a Hyroid Prime Access, but I'm just going to show you my operator, who has graduated to this. And let's take a look.
This is so cool. What about Umbra? Is the question. Umbra is not part of the Plains of Eidolon, but obviously we're busy folks. Hey, yay! That looked a lot nicer.
Yes.
That was fantastic. I was getting nervous.
Dark enough?
So here I have.
Oh, and you've customized it.
Oh yes.
Oh, you had to do the purple.
So here I am.
So this is the beginning of Combat Operator. So this is an operator with custom armor that you can apply arcanes to. So currently we're deciding on which armor pieces actually can have arcanes. We're retroactively going back and giving the old operator customizations, the suits and helmets you could wear, operators or arcane slots. So that if you like an old look that you've customized your operator with, you can keep it and just apply an arcane to deal with the kind of the squishiness of your operator. So there'll be new specific arcanes you can craft from the Eidolon Hunter to work on your operator.
This is huge. You'll be making your own arcanes, crafting them yourself, and then imbuing this new armor. Or if you've purchased past cosmetics that you prefer, they will now fit those arcanes as well. So you really have a lot of customization choices on top of
We
the
didn't want to
gameplay choices.
invalidate the choices that players had made previously.
I'm going to be going for the armor because I think it looks
Yeah, me
sick,
too.
and it really feels.
So
There's almost feels Tesh-y. There's something
That
really
specific
special.
one, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
feels so.
There's
light and interesting.
there's two other unique armor sets coming that are going to ship with Plains of Eidolon.
I can
And it's also built for Fashion Frame. It's going to let you.
You didn't even do any attacks.
you can mix and match.
You can mix.
I want to leave you guys. You guys have to play. I don't want to ruin the element.
Everything, yeah. I
Of,
want to show.
Well, the really cool thing, the same way you can craft Zaws, which are custom component-based Ostrom weapons, also applies to the Eidolon Hunter.
Yeah.
If you see the on his arm.
Yeah, we
go
didn't
back
really
and look.
point that out when
You
you were
didn't
there.
point that out.
the weapon.
But
You
You
guys
had
should.
the amp.
I
on
did.
your-
oh, it's
Yeah, it was there.
So that the operator's power is now kind of being focused in ways that you get to customize and design now, which is really going to be very interesting as well. I think it's going to be really fun.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.